Okay, guys, we are recording again for another Friday Pilates class. We'll be working with weights again. So for me, I've got 2 bottles of vino, perfect for a Friday. So if you have your own set of weights, certainly grab those. If you don't, you can pull whatever works best. All right, so we'll be doing a little bit of resistance with our weights, and let's go ahead and begin class. I'll get myself set up here. Weights along the side, but close enough by you so you don't have to get out of position to grab them. And then we'll start on our back. So knees bent, feet grounded on the floor. Knees and feet aligned with your hip bones. Narrow stance. All 10 of your toes pointed forward so the feet are run parallel. The arms are reaching down beside you, nice and long, pulled out about 45 degrees. Make sure your palms face up because that helps to roll your shoulders open. And then feel lightly the backs of your shoulders press to the ground, and you're going to feel then the broadness across your chest. The crown of your head reaching and wiggling to the back of your workspace so that the chin lands fist distance from your chest. Keeps a nice long spine. Let your eyes close here. Bring the focus inward as we connect the mind and body through breath work. Begin by taking a deep inhale through the nose. Long, steady exhale out through the mouth. Big inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, make sure you empty out completely. Start to slightly constrict the back of your throat. It helps the breath to pull in and out a lot more steadily and a much more slower pace. So constricting back of throat, breathe in, pull from the pit of your belly. Lift into the ribs and then let it come all the way up into the top of your chest. Purse your lips, squeeze the breath out, emptying from top of chest, pressing down through your ribs and that last squeeze out through the lower belly region. Expanding your ribs on an inhale, knitting them back to midline when you exhale. Really press the breath out. Light, easy inhale through your nose. Forceful exhale to begin to engage your core powerhouse. Easy breath in, the belly will rise and those muscles stay relaxed. Exhale is when the core begins engaging, right? Contraction of firming in belly. Feel your belly button pull down towards your spine. I want you just to take the next few moments to stay with this breath. It is not your day-to-day breathing, so it is something that we need to practice so that it can become second nature to us through our work today. Try to pull your abs in even deeper each time you breathe out. And know that the energy that you bring to your exhale and the power you bring to your exhale is going to directly affect the strength of your core. 3 more rounds of breath. Keep your mind clear. Stay focused, stay present, stay mindful. 1 more here, big inhale. Use your abdominal strength, exhaling to lift your feet off the ground and slowly pull the knees to your chest. Hands then on the knees. Start to rock gently side to side, offering a little bit of movement here for the body, linking it to our breath so the quality does not get lost. Good. From our side to side, we move into our circular motion. Both of your legs are moving in the same direction and your hands guide this movement. You want to be rolling out and massaging out the SI joints, the backs of your hips, which are just above your tailbone. Take a moment to pause, reversing then your direction. Good, then bring the legs back into still. You're gonna keep your right hand on that right knee, stretch the left leg to the ground, and take your left arm out to its side. Palm is up and shoulders anchored to the floor. Using your right hand, begin to draw some big circles with that right leg. Focusing a lot on the opening of the leg and then a small sweep around. The opening out to the side is really going to help with the mobility of your hip. So working into that joint. And that circular movement helps to kind of massage out the hip flexor in the front body. Your left arm and leg are used as anchors, so root them firm to floor. Let's go 2 more cycles through on this side. And then bring the leg back in line with its hip. Let's now take both hands to that right knee and gently hug the leg into the body. It's going to start to stretch your glute and your lower back. While hugging in, actively pull your shoulders down towards the floor. Draw circles now with your right foot, which will warm into your ankle, right? So we're just getting into our joints here a little bit. Reverse direction. Good. Take then the foot into still. Now the right arm comes out to its side, shoulder presses in. As many breaths as you need, slowly guide your leg to the left as you look over right shoulder for a spinal twist. Allow yourself to really ease into this. Feel your exhales really melt you more into this space. What can you let go of each time you breathe out? Let's take one more inhale here. Firm up the belly and unwind slowly, exhaling, coming back through center. Then go ahead and place your right foot to the floor. Stretch the leg out long. Arm is going to stay out to its T. The left knee slowly draws in, left hand holding on. Now we draw some big and slow circles with our left leg. Again, remember, opening the leg out to its side is a more key factor in this movement, again, for the openness of the hip. And then the follow through is just to get a little massage into your hip flexor. So make sure your leg really isn't doing a whole lot. It's your arm and hand that really pull you through this. Let's take 2 more cycles through. Cat wants some wine. Good. And then after that, last lining the leg up with its knee. Or with its hip rather, sorry. Both hands to the knee, left knee, hug the leg in closer to body. I was jumping ahead, huh? Backside is stretching, shoulders pull away from your ears, maintain that fist distance between your chin and chest, and then draw circles with the foot now. Take your time. Again, range of motion here over speed. Good. Reverse direction. Wonderful. Bring the foot back into still. Left arm extends out to its side, palm facing the sky. Take your time guiding the leg over to your right side now as you look over left shoulder for your spinal twist. Again, never forcing or rushing into this space. Continue to feel the expansion and contraction of your midsection here while you take breath in and release it out. Let's do 2 more here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Once more, take a big breath in. Firm up the belly and unwind as you breathe out. Come back through center. And then once you have, take that left foot to the ground. And then bend your right knee. Take that foot to the ground as well. From here, let's take the arms and stretch them up and overhead. Have your palms facing the sky. Seal your ribs down towards your spine. Spread the fingers out wide and take a breath in. As you exhale, bend at your elbows. Start to pull the elbows down towards your hips. As you do, take the hands out a little bit wider. Arch your back. Let the ribs pop up. Then breathe in. Seal the ribs back down. Imprint the spine and reach the arms long behind you again. We'll do a few more. Exhale. You're essentially creating the letter W with your arms. Arch the back, lift the ribs, but feel your shoulder blades still anchored to the floor. Inhale, flatten the back, seal the ribs in, and reach arms overhead. Let's do 2 more. Exhale into W, opening up the chest and stretching into the fronts of shoulders. Seal back down, press back in, reach overhead. Once more. Make sure the hands come out a little bit wider here. Reach the arms overhead when you breathe in. Keep now the arms straight. Circle the arms back down beside you. Let's continue this now. Inhale, arms overhead, palms face each other. Exhale, then they shine to the sky as you circle the arms back beside. Let's do 2 more. Shoulder mobility. Keep the belly firm when arms reach behind to keep your spine imprinted. Once more. Inhale overhead. Exhale out and down. Let the arms just relax here. Right leg next will cross over your left leg, thigh over thigh. Draw both knees towards your chest. Then you're going to hold on to each leg with a hand as far down as you can reach without the shoulders having to lift off the ground. Then hug those legs in closer to your body. Once you have the hug, I want you to press your tailbone back down into the ground. You're stretching into your right hip, so breathing into that space. You can play around with the structure of your feet and legs. Right now, my feet are relaxed, close to the ground. I could flex my feet, begin to lift them towards the sky. That'll take your legs more to 90. It can change the stretch a little bit. Something you may want to try. Good. Let's take one more breath in. Hug in nice and close. On your exhale, let the stretch release. Take your left foot to the ground, but reach your right leg to the sky. Hold the leg with both hands and then root your tailbone back to the floor again. Then start to feel the leg pushing away from you into the hands, lengthening it out. Keep the energy of that leg as you then pull it in a little bit closer to your body. Stretching out the hamstring. Make sure to maintain length to that stretched leg. And make sure the tailbone still stays grounded. As you hold the stretch in, start to flex the foot. Drive your heel towards the sky. And then point your toes. Again, heel to sky. And point. And we'll do that once more. Flex the foot. Point the toes. Then relax the foot. Release the stretch. Bend your knee. Take your foot to the floor. Let's do both those on the other side, starting with hip. Left leg over right leg. Knees draw in close. Grabbing hold of legs where you can. And then hugging them in. Then take the tailbone back to the floor. And again, you can play with keeping the feet relaxed and low or flexed and lifted. Your choice. Take deep breaths in and long breaths out into that left hip. Keep reaching your tailbone to the front of your workspace. That's actually going to really help to intensify the stretch. Good. One more inhale here, guys. Exhaling with the stretch release. Right foot to the floor, left leg to the sky. Hold the leg, anchor back down, press it into the hands, and then draw it in. Holding and maintaining length while stretching into the hamstring, the back of the leg. Make sure your shoulders are soft, your neck is long, and your breath is full. Here now we'll flex the left foot, heel to sky, adding in the calf. And then point to the toes, shin and top of foot. Again, heel to sky. And then point the toes. One last time, flexed foot. And pointed toes. Relax then the foot. Release the stretch. Bend your knee, take your foot to the floor. Make sure the knees and feet realign with your hips. And now let's go ahead and grab hold of our hand weights. One in each hand. And then let's start by lifting our arms straight up to the sky. The palms are going to face forward. Feel the knuckles reach up, the backs of shoulders anchor down, and make sure the hands are not narrow, they are shoulder width distance apart. Isolated movement using core for stability. On a breath in, start to take the right arm and slowly reach it behind you. Always maintain length. So getting the arm to touch floor is not important. And actually, I would prefer you not to. Exhale, firm up that belly and slowly draw the arm back up again. So you're going to find a range of motion that you can maintain. Inhale the left arm. So not letting the weight or the arm touch down because then you start to lose resistance. Exhale, belly is strong and the arm slowly pulls back up. Again, with the right arm alternating. Everything else in the body is a statue. So control is key. And that's why we move at a slow pace. If we were to do this really quickly, there's a much greater chance of the rest of our body kind of bouncing around due to lack of control. Let's do one more each side here. Right arm, slowly guide it back. We never want to drop it behind us. And then we're never going to swing the arm up. We're going to draw up and feel the muscles within the arm working to get you there. Once more with the left side. Inhale, slow reach back. Make sure the right arm did not shift out of space. Belly strong. And then let's lift that arm to the sky again. Let's pause here. Now what I'd like us to do is move both arms at the same time, but in opposite ways. So we'll begin with right arm reaching behind, left arm lowering down in front of us. Inhale. Feel the energy and the length in opposing directions. Exhale, bring them back together to meet at the sky. Then we switch, left arm reaching behind as the right arm lowers down in front of us at our side. And then exhale, bring everything back up to a vertical position. Breath in, switch again, right arm behind, left arm coming down. Try to move them equally so one doesn't get there before the other. They are in sync. Other side, left arm reaching behind, right arm lowering in front. And then pull up slow. Let's do one more to each. Breath in, right arm reaches back, left arm lowers in front. Working into the shoulders here. Keep those shoulders anchored into their sockets. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Breath in. Pull up slow on the exhale and pause. Both arms are going to move again, but in the same direction, just a little bit more work for our core. Next, inhale, both arms begin to reach behind. And make sure the ribs don't pop, they stay sealed and the spine stays imprinted. Exhale, strong breath, strong core, arms pull back up. Again, breath in, belly should be firm as arms stretch back. Let's do two more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one here, breath in. You're going to work into your lats as well, which run along the side of your armpits. Pull it up slow on the exhale. And then bring your weights down to your chest. Set the weights to the ground. And then take a moment, if needing, kind of rolling out the wrists. Sometimes the grip of weights can affect that. All right, let's go next into some coordination work. So we're going to be working with opposites again, but this time arm and leg opposites. And I want us to be very, very precise and very mindful of each and every part of this movement. We often really focus on what's going to happen next. So we're very rarely in the particular moment. So this is a nice exercise to really show us and train us to be within presence. We will have both weights in hand again, but this time we're going to start with our arms down beside us. Both knees are still bent and both feet are still grounded. Have your palms facing into the floor. We will begin with the right arm and the left leg. On an inhale, take the arm lifted above the shoulder, take the left leg, bring it to tabletop. So structure, knee above hip, ankle in the same plane, everything above shoulder. On your exhale, take the arm, reach it behind, take the leg, extend it away towards the front of your workspace. Then breathe in, pull everything back to stacking. And then on your exhale, foot to the ground, arm to the floor, starting position. Other side, left arm stacking, right leg table top. Make sure the knee doesn't pull in too close. Then on your exhale, extend and reach away in opposing directions. Find the length through toes and knuckles. Pull back in on an inhale. Structure. Exhale, release to the floor. Again, right arm, left leg. Breathe in for lift and stacking. Exhale for extension and length. Belly strong. Inhale, pull it back in and up and stack. Exhale, release to the ground. Let's do this once more. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, reach it away. Pull it back in on an inhale. And then exhale, lower, slow and controlled to the floor. Beautiful. Let's keep the weight in our right hand. Let's have the left hand free of weight. Then let's take both arms to the sky. Palms face each other. And let's build a little curve into both arms, like a subtle bowing. And then we never want the shape of our arms to change. We never, never, never want to straighten the arms out, nor do we want to bend the elbows any more deeply than this. We're focusing on core strength to stabilize our back body. Be very mindful of your SI joints, your back of the hips, and the backs of your shoulders. All 4 points equally rooted throughout. On an inhale, take both arms, begin to slowly open them outward to their sides. Then on your exhale, squeeze into the chest muscles and pull the arms back to starting point. So because we have extra weight on our right side, our body gets thrown off balance. So how can we control this? Inhale, slow open. Make sure that you're not seesawing in the midsection of your body. Exhale, lift it up. Let's do 4 more. 4, take your time. 3 more, open the rest of your body, anchored like a statue, lift. 2 more, open, slow, control every little bit of this. Exhale, squeeze it out. Once more, breathe in. Once the arms come back in, let's switch. Weight to your left hand. Now, it might seem easy as we just did this, but our body actually has to recalculate now that the weight has shifted to the other side. We begin again. Open out slow. Take your time. We don't have to rush these. Exhale. Remember, backs of shoulders, backs of hips. Don't let the right side lift off the ground, which can be tempting for our body to do. So we need to be staying equally rooted in all 4 corners. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3 more. 2 more times. Open slow. Exhale, lift. Once more. Good. Once completed, pull that weight to your chest, set it to the ground. It's just a really safe way to come out of an exercise. Sometimes we just drop weights down, something wonky can happen to our body. So even when we're done, quote unquote, with an exercise, we still have to be very mindful of how we release things. Okay, let's move on. Let's go ahead and take, let's start with weights in hand. We're gonna do this exercise twice, 2 different sets, 2 different variations, and just noticing within your body the difference between the 2. We're gonna start with both weights in hand. We're gonna bring our legs into a tabletop position. Remember, the knees love to pull in because that's easier for our core. I want the thighs to press away, the tailbone to be grounded, and our core to already be working. A weight in each hand, arms to sky, palms face forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift up head, neck, shoulders, lower the arms to a hover beside you, eyes towards your navel, shoulders away from your ears. Then lower back down to the ground, breathe in. So we're not swinging the arms down, they are secondary. Initiate with core to pull you up. The arms will smoothly follow down to hover. Return to the ground again, breathe in. Let's do 4 more of these. 4. Keep those legs nice and still. Lower on an inhale. It's helpful to squeeze them together tight, the legs, right? So they have less of a chance of shifting on you. Return down, breathe in. Let's do 2 more in this style. Inhale, return back down. Once more. Good. Come back to the ground. Breathing in. Exhale, knees to chest. Weights rest on knees and just recover here. So that was our first set. An ab curl with legs and tabletop. We're going to do the same exact thing position-wise. It's just a matter of where our weights are going to be now. So what I'd like us to do is take our weights onto our shins. One weight in front of another, single file, right? They're not stacked on top of. And then either end of your weight on either shin. Then be very mindful as you take your legs back to tabletop. Now really flex your feet here. Flexing your feet, for one thing, is going to keep the legs actively strong. But also, if the weights do start to roll towards your feet, they're going to stop them. Arms to sky. Take an inhale. Lift up again. Exhaling. Come down on your breath in. So how different does it feel now having the weights on your legs? Of course, more power here needed, right, on our bottom side rather than the arms. 4 more. Come back down. Keep a nice, good structure of those legs. 3 more. Good. Come back down with control. Twice more. Beautiful. Come back down. Once more. Beautiful. Slowly come back down. Once you have, even slower than that, pull the knees in, start to grab the weights so as they start to roll, you can catch them. Remove them, set them to the side. Place your hands on your knees here. Let's take some thigh stirs. Circle the legs out and back in. And again, that's just a nice massage for your hip flexors, as sometimes they do like to take over, particularly with that hold that we just did. Okay, and when the legs come back together, keep them there. Grab a hold of a weight, one in each hand. Let's lift our legs up to the sky. Tailbone grounds down, so it's the knees above hips. The feet are going to be out in front of you just a little bit further. If we're like this, our butt lifts off the ground and we've lost our core. So here we are. You can have a little bend in your knees as well. So with a weight in each hand, let's lift those arms up to the sky. From here on out, the legs are going to be tempted to pull in. I want you to keep them steady, steady, still. Take an inhale, point the toes, squeeze the legs. Exhale, use your lower belly strength to lift up the head, neck, shoulders. Reach your weights up towards your toes. And then take it back down again, breathing in. Again, belly strong. Come down on your inhale. Look towards your toes. 4 more. 4. Shoulders drop from your ears. And then bring it back down. 3 more. The weights pull forward a little bit as you come up. Good. And then take it back down and restack the weights above your shoulders. 2 more times. Good. Take it on down. Once more. Let's hold this. Let's take the right leg, inhale, begin to lower it towards the ground. And then exhale, pull it back up. Left side. Plug those shoulders, down, down, down. 1 more each. Right side. Left side. Good. Knees to chest, head and shoulders down, weights on knees, recover. Good. Let's go ahead and take our feet back to the ground, knees and feet hip width. Keep both weights in each hand. Lift arms to sky, palms face in, build another curve in both arms. Exact same movement we had done earlier, but a weight in each hand now. So now we can focus on strengthening our pectoral muscles, our chest. So keeping again, same shape of arms on an inhale, slow open, out to the sides. Squeeze into the chest and pull the arms back up again. Opening with resistance. Make sure the wrists don't ever bend back. They always stay curled in. Squeeze it out on the exhale. We'll do 4 more here. 4. 3 more. Open out. And lift it back up. 2 more times. Once more, the arms are going to open out. They're going to stay open now. Now I want you to just take micro pulses up, up, up. The movement stems from your chest. 5, 4. Keep pumping up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring the arms back up. As they do, straighten them out completely. Palms are still going to face each other. Make sure the hands are not too narrow. They are exactly shoulder width apart. We're now going to be focused on our triceps, the backs of our arms. Now, really briefly before we begin, where your elbow is now, right, directly stacked above your shoulder, that is never, ever, ever going to change. So be very conscious of that. Here we are. On an inhale, you're just going to hinge at the elbows. Begin to lower those weights down by your ears. And then on your exhale, press back up. I gotta switch the positioning of mine. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Bending at elbows, lowering weights behind the ears, or at the sides of your ears, rather, not behind them. Exhale, press back up. 4 more. 4. Make sure those elbows also don't wing out to the sides. Keep them hugging towards midline. That wasn't the right way. Sorry, guys. 3 more. Coming down. Here we are, much better. Who knew wine bottles would be so challenging to work with? Twice more. Hinge, control, control, control. Press all the way through. 1 more time, lower the weights by your ears. Keep them there, then micro pulse towards sky. Again, now this pulsing is coming from your tricep muscles, backs of arms. Good. 3, 2, 1. Straighten out the arms slowly, and then gently take the weights down to the floor. Now, weights are landed here an entire arm's length down away from us. Once they are exactly arm's length down, I want you to just take a step out to the side with your weights. I don't want you to pull them up any higher towards your shoulders. This is a nice space for them to land when we get to our next exercise. So let's straighten the legs all the way down to the floor. Flexed feet. Hug your legs together tight, and then reach the arms overhead. Remember, seal the ribs down and print your spine. Roll ups, and then we'll add some weight work with that. Inhale, begin to peel your body up. The arms, head, and shoulders find their lift. Exhale, continuation of the peel, so that you can come all the way to seated. Hinge and stretch over your legs. Fold. Stack tall when you inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop out the belly, energy through heels of feet, drive the way through them to control yourself on the way down. Don't let your legs relax. Keep them strong the entire time. We start again. Inhale, the lift begins. Power of exhale, directly affecting your core to lift you upright, to hinge you forward. Head, let it heavily fall through your arms. Stack up, fingertips lift to the sky, and then roll down slow. All right, we'll start to implement weights, but not until the second half. So beginning remains the same. Legs anchor down, heart reaches up high. Fold. Now, here's where it changes. You're going to roll to seated. Grab your weights as you stack up so that when you do sit tall, you can bring the weights just outside of your shoulders. I'm going to take a quarter turn so you can see this here. Arms press back, shoulder blades are engaged, belly is firm. Shoulder press. Press to sky, exhaling. Pull down on an inhale. Again, press and pull down. Let's do 4 more. 4, maintain good posture, pull. 3 more. Draw it back down. Twice more. Drive it up. Good. Pull it down outside of the shoulders. Yeah. Once more. Press to sky. Good. Pull down to the outside of your shoulders. And then gently release the weights to the ground. Let them release. And then with your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. On your exhale, articulate your spine, one vertebra at a time. Reconnecting back to the ground. Let's do a couple more with the addition of shoulder press, yeah? Inhale, begin it. Press. Right, so we work with our breath. Inhale, pull down. Drive up. Belly strong. Pull down. 4 more. 4. 3. 2 more. 1 last time. Exhale it to the floor. Inhale, sweep arms up high. Feel the arms reach behind the ears as you exhale, bring it back down to the earth. 1 more time. Inhale it. Stack on an inhale. Exhale, just the right arm. Press it up. Keep everything else still. Pull it down on an inhale. Sorry, I didn't mirror. So right arm again. Press it up. Good. Pull down. Just 2 more on this side. So as you're pressing the right arm up, make sure the left arm stays like a statue and the rest of your body does as well. 1 more time here. Press to sky and pull to the outside of your shoulder. Now your left side, exhaling up. Drawing back down, chest up, belly in, legs strong. 3 more. Press and pull down. Twice more. Nothing else is moving, dancing, or jostling. 1 more time. Press to sky. Pull down to the outside of your shoulder. Then let's go ahead and let the weights rest down. Once they have, very slowly melt forward. Let your feet relax, lose its flex. Let your arms relax, release your shoulders, let your head relax, and then breathe into your back body. Deep inhale, long exhale. Let's do that again. Breath in big. Let's roll to seated as you breathe out. Head is the last thing that will come up. We're going to work with twisting next. Rotational movement for the spine to improve our posture and to work the obliques, the waistline. So either you'll choose to use 1 weight. If you're choosing 1, you'll grab hold of it at either end. If you're choosing to use 2 weights, you'll kind of crisscross them and wrap your hands around to create 1 bundle. I cannot do that with 1. So I am just going to use 1 weight here. You're going to hold the weight or weights in front of your chest. You're going to sweep the elbows out a bit. It helps to keep the shoulders dropping from your ears. You're going to reflex your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit if you're needing. You're going to realign, stack up tall, and we begin our spine twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, upper body only. Twist to your right, and do not let the weights leave their centered space at your chest. Come through center on an inhale. So it's really tempting for us to pull the weights to the shoulder that we're twisting towards. So just be mindful to keep the weight centered, centered, centered. You're going to feel your core actually working harder to do that. Inhale, coming through. Now get taller as you rotate to your right and keep your eyes at the horizon. Come back through center. Make sure you're not resting the weight. It's directly in front of. Take it over to your left. If your legs are moving, it's an indication the twist is just a little bit too much for your body. So please readjust, right? Pelvic stability is key here. Twist to your right again. Feel it in your waistline. Come back through center. Let's take one more here. To the left. Good. Come back through center. From center, set the weight to the side and then take that melt forward again. Feet, arms, and head are relaxed. Breath into back body. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Again, big breath in. Let's take it up again, nice and slow. Head will be the last thing coming up. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead from here and grab both of your hand weights. I'm just going to take another quarter turn to face what would be the front of my workspace now. A weight in each hand, let's hold them in front of the chest. However it's easiest. This looks a little awkward, but your weights won't look like this. Get taller, breathing in. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll back a notch and hold. Take an inhale. Lift your right leg off the ground, push through the heel, exhale, strengthening quad and core. Take it back down, breathe in. Then your left side will lift. Take the leg down on an inhale. And roll back a bit more. Exhale, scoop out the belly, lift up the heart. Right leg again, lifting. And then lightly taking it down. Left side. Feel it in the belly. Take the leg down, anchor it, and then roll back a bit more. 2 more times. Exhale, right leg. Take it down, breathe in. Left side. Take it down on an inhale once more. Come back a bit more. And we lift right leg. Good, take it down. Inhale. Left leg. Good, take the leg down on an inhale. Very slowly take it all the way down to the earth. Once you've touched the head down, let the weights rest onto chest or stomach. One weight at a time, very safely, set along to the side. And then we're going to transition to some side leg work. Let's start on our right side to begin. Bring the weights with you. And then have them in front just so that we can have that as an option here. So once you're on your side, straight line with the body and stacked legs, hips, shoulders. If you want to use a weight or both weights, you'll grab one or both. You're going to stretch that arm all the way down beside you, not a shortened version, a fully lengthened one. I want the weight to be able to land kind of midway between hip and knee. The closer the weight is to your hip, you're actually not adding a lot of resistance. Further down, even towards between like knee and ankle, if you've ever worn ankle weights, that's actually more challenging because just the hip is stronger, so it's able to lift that weight when it's closer. The further away, there's just more pressure, and that's what makes it more challenging. So anyway, rolling that weight down as far as it can stretch. And then if you're not using a weight, what I'd like you to do, hand to hip, elbow to sky. Never let that elbow shift. It will want to, and I'll check back in on it, but just making sure it stays elevated. All right, let's look straight ahead to line up our neck. Let's flex both of our feet. Bottom leg is an anchor, top leg is hovered. Internally rotate that top leg, that left one, just a little bit. When you breathe out, you're going to lift that left leg up a bit higher using hip strength. And then take it to hover again. Breathe in. Again, pull up. Firm up your belly. Hover on an inhale. Let's do 4 more. 4. And hover. 3 more. Good. Hover. 2 more times. Pull up. Hover. 1 more time, guys. Lifting up. Take it down to a halfway point. So legs are about shoulder width distance apart. Point the toes now of that left leg. Circles and take your time. A lot of core work needed here to support your upper body. So shoulders shouldn't move. If your elbow is lifted, check if it's still pointing to sky and adjust if you need to. 3, reach through your toes. 2, take your time. 1, pause. Reverse direction. Breath in, breath out. Remember the belly. It loves to give way, so keep reminding it to engage. 3, 2, 1. Let's pause again. Let's flex the foot once more. When you breathe in, bend your left knee. Slowly start to pull the knee towards your chest. Keep the knee level with your hip and don't let your shoulder fall back. Push it away on the exhale. We're doing 4 total, okay? So we're gonna move slow with these. Pull the knee in. You have to use a lot of core strength. And then press the entire right side of your body into the floor as firm as you can. And then push it away. 2 more times. Draw in slow. If your elbow is, or if you're weightless, remember, elbow stays pointing to sky. Yeah? 1 last time. Draw in slow. Drive out. Beautiful. And slowly take the leg down. If you had weight or weights, set them back to the floor. And then take the knee, bend it to the ground in front. If you like to tap or kind of rub out the hip to let that release, certainly feel free to do so. Checking time, see where we're at. Beautiful. Okay. So after tapping out that hip, we're going to work next on our bottom leg. So let's take that right foot, step it behind the right leg. The knee is now pointed to the sky. The left leg is going to angle out in front of you just a little bit more. It's just going to give you room for movement. If you have and want to use weight, you're going to place it now to the inner thigh. I want you to flex that left foot, hover the leg to, or right foot rather, hover the right leg, and then externally rotate it, right? So you can see this within my heel. The inner edge of my heel kind of pops open towards the sky. Inner thigh strengthening and lower abdominal strengthening. So when you breathe out, lift to sky, the leg, right? Bring it to hover on an inhale. Again. Good, and hover. Let's do 4 more of these. 4, and then hover. 3 more, lead with that heel, lift. Keep pushing out through it. Hover. Feel the lower belly pulling in and up as the leg lifts. Hover. Once more, lift the leg up and take it halfway back down. From here, we're gonna pulse, pulse, pulse. Isolate and control. The rest of the body should not be moving. And then the emphasis on the lift of the pulse, not the drop. Pump. 4, 3, pulse it up. 2, 1, and then a big hold here, a lift and a hold. Drive through heel, keep that leg externally rotated and the belly strong. 3, a little bit higher. 2, higher. 1, a little bit more. And then very slowly take the leg to the floor. Once your leg has grounded, you're going to remove the weight if you had it, and then restack your body. If you are propped up with your right hand, as I am with the head, you're going to rest on that arm instead. Take a weight into your hand and reach your left arm to the sky. Palm faces forward, knuckles reach up, shoulder head plugs in. Let's point the toes and squeeze the glutes and the legs tight. Take an inhale. Exhale, use your side body strength to lift up your head and lift up your legs. It's a small movement. Take it down on an inhale. Notice my lifted arm has not moved, right? It's super tempting. Go ahead and lift again. Exhale. For that arm to pull down because it does get us higher, but it doesn't work us any more than doing it with the arm vertical. Actually, you have to work a bit harder to keep the arm there and lift up just as high. Come down on your inhale. We'll do 2 more here. Bottom arm should be really relaxed, not using it to help you here. Take it down on an inhale. 1 more time. Now let's stay lifted. Now the left arm is going to move. On an inhale, keep the palm faced forward. Slowly take that arm downward. Bring that weight to hover on the side of your left leg. Exhale, pull up. Stack above shoulder. Again, slowly pull the arm down. Don't ever let the weight touch or the arm. Exhale into your side, right? Let's do One more. Coming down. Keep the head up, keep the legs up, point your toes, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the legs. Good. And then slowly come back down. Weight to the shoulder, weight to the floor. When you're ready, go ahead and press up to seated. Swing around and transition to your other side. Lying on your left side now. Straight line and stacked hips. If again, you're choosing to use one weight or both weights, hold it in your right hand, stretch that arm all the way down, fully lengthen. Sometimes I even like to roll the weight just to the fingertips to hold. Push out through your heels. Bottom leg anchors, top leg hovers, internal rotation. When you breathe out, leg lifting up. Hovering when you breathe in. Remember your core. Lift the leg and firm up your belly. Come back to hover, breathe in. Let's do 4 more. 4, slow pull up. Hover. 3 more, lift. Good, and hover. 2 more times, slow pull up. And then take to hover with control. 1 more time. Lift with hip strength, not momentum. Take it down just half of the way. Point the toes. Feel the leg lock up. Feel it stem from your hip and then begin to draw circles. Use your left side body for support. Press it down, pull the belly in, control. 3. Keep reaching through the foot. 2. Keep the leg stiff and strong. 1. Pause. Reverse it. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pause. Flex your foot again. Just 4 of these, but take your time. Bend your right knee. Slowly pull the knee towards body. Use the entire left side of you to press to ground. Drive out through the heel of your right foot. Extend away. Pull the knee in and pull the belly in as tightly as you can. Drive it out. If you are weightless, keep checking in with your right elbow. Twice more. Pull in, again, keeping that knee level with hip, not above nor below. Push it out. Once more. Inhale in. Exhale away. Gently then take the leg down. If you had weight, remove it, set it to the side. Bend your knee to the floor in front of you. Take a moment to just give yourself a little tap out or rub out, right? Releasing, again, lactic acid builds up really quick in these hip strengtheners. So I almost call them stretches. Not stretches yet. We will get there. Okay. All right, so we're now going to move on to our bottom leg. So right foot steps behind it, knee to sky. Now your left leg is going to pull out in front of you just a little bit further. And then if you want to use a weight or weights, inside of the thigh. Flex your left foot, hover the leg, and again, externally rotate it. Let that inner edge of heel point to sky. When you exhale now, the leg lifting up, and then hovering when you breathe in. Again, lift, and then hover, and we'll do 4 more of these. 4, hover. 3 more, squeeze that breath out. Hover. 2 more times. Good. Breathe it in. 1 more time. Lifting, holding, taking it down halfway. Pulse it up. Micro move, control. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift the leg up high. Hold it. 4, 3. Higher. 2, a little bit more than that. 1, a little bit more. Beautiful. Slowly take the leg to the floor. Once it's ground down, remove that weight if you had it. Restack your body. Rest on your left arm. Weight in your right hand. Keep it close to the shoulder so you can press it straight up. If we do one of these, whoa, that's a greater chance of injury, potential injury. So just be mindful. Arm to sky, shoulder head plugged in, toes pointed, legs and glutes are squeezed. Breathe in. Exhale, head and legs. Find lift through right side body strengthening. Take it down on the inhale. Again, this is all in your waistline. Exhale. Remember, as you come up, that weight reaching straight up to the sky. Take it down, breathe, and we'll do 4 more here. 4. And lower. 3 more. Good, and come back down 2 more times. Squeeze it out, bottom arm, remember it's relaxed. Good, take it down, breathe in. Last time, toes pointed, legs squeezed, glutes tight, head up, hold here. Inhale now, take that right arm, begin to lower it at your side, but don't let it touch down. Exhale, slowly pull it up, back over its shoulder. 2 more times, take it down with resistance. You're strengthening your upper back, shoulders, lats, core, of course. Find lift. 1 last time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Gently come down. Bring the weight to shoulder. Set it gently to the ground. Rest. Checking time here. See what else I can squeeze in. Some stretching. Let's go ahead and press up to seated. Let's take first the soles of our feet together, the knees opening up. This is going to get to the hips and the lower back. It kind of wraps around your back body here. So holding onto feet or ankles, you're going to sit up really tall. Maintain a flat back at first so that you can hinge forward. And then from the hinge, we find the round. There's always going to be length. So start rounding lower back, middle, upper, then head lastly comes down. Now, when we start to drop the head, our chest starts to pull away from our feet. Do the opposite. Continue to reach your heart towards your toes as if it were reaching beyond them. Then breathe into your outer hips and your lower back. Let's take 1 more breath in. Let's roll slowly back up to seated on the exhale. Once you've sat upright, pull that right heel in closer to your body. Take the left leg and extend it out to its side to a half straddle. Breathing in, reach your right arm up to the sky. When you exhale, stretch over to that left leg. We're stretching the inner thigh, inner side body. Arm lines up with ear, palm faces down, and you can use your left elbow to the inside of thigh to push into, to perhaps roll your chest towards the sky a little bit more. Big breaths in, long breaths out. Keep that reach, breath in. Firm up the belly, slowly sit tall on the exhale, and let that arm float back beside you. Let's do the other side. Left leg pulls in, right leg extends out to half straddle. Flex both of your feet for support. Right arm is going to reach up high, breathe in. Or left arm rather, I'm sorry. Left arm reaching up high, I knew that sounded wrong. Stretch to your right side. Again, you'll feel this in the inner thigh here because we're pushing out through the heel. And you're going to feel it all along the side body here. Make sure the arm is in line with ear. If it pulls forward, we lose a lot of the stretch at our lats, which we actually really need to get to because we strengthened a bit of them today. Palm is down and you're continuing to reach across the room. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Breath in. Breath out. Once more. Inhaling. Belly strong, sitting tall, arm coming down beside you. And then let's take that right leg in so we can cross the legs, ground the sits bones, sit up really tall, lift the heart up, pull the shoulders back, and arms beside you, palms to sky. Inhale, then the arms reach out and up. Bring the hands to touch above the head, and then pull your hands down to heart center. Exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in, sweeping down, out, and lifting up to the sky. Exhale, bringing within your heart space. Once more, breathe in. Maybe your eyes follow the hands up to the sky. Watch them as they connect and follow them down to heart. Keep the hands at center. Bring your chin to your chest. Bow to yourself. Thank yourself here also for the work that you did, the dedication you have, and for being present, mindful, focused, and learning a bit more about your body. So thank you guys for a wonderful practice. I hope you enjoy the recording, and I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend and more fun to come. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good one.